I'm just leaving my physical therapy session here in downtown Southwest Harbor. That's our public school straight ahead. And I'm gonna turn and we're gonna drive around the area a little bit today. Maybe with a stop or two. Now, there goes the school bus. Probably gonna, I guess my first stop will be the school bus. So this is downtown Southwest Harbor. It's not very busy yet this year. Pretty much all the businesses are still closed, and with the exception of a couple that are open year-round. The hardware store, the banks, and the drugstore. And so we'll see what things look like here in downtown Southwest Harbor on the 27th of March, 2023. We were supposed to maybe get a little snow last night, but we didn't. And as you can see, it's beautiful today. My truck says it's 54 degrees. I don't believe that, but it is pretty warm. I'm actually a little sweaty. That might be partly from the workout that the physical therapist gave me, but it is at least partly due to the very high temperature here. As we head, the Next Level Sports Lounge is open. It's been open all winter, not every day, but sort of like 5 days a week, I think. I'd have to check their website and see how much they are open. Okay, we're coming up here, and I'm gonna head down to the marina briefly. So I'll show you that drive. This is Apple Lane, which goes down to the Great Harbor Marina. And as you can see, it's a beautiful day today out on the water. Really a pretty day here at the end of March. And if the truck still thinks it's 54 degrees, if that's real, it would actually be fairly nice out on the water today. I'm going to see if any of the people that work here are here, because I do have a question to ask them. But right off, it looks like they may already be gone for the day here at 2:40. I did not see the employee cars. So I guess that's it. So I will head back out. We'll get a little bit better view of the marina. And for somebody who posted last time, if you look there, sort of straight out a little bit to the right of the center of the field of view, there's a 4-masted schooner. That is the Margaret Todd that does day sails out of downtown Bar Harbor in the summer. And in fact, right now, there are 5 schooners at the marina. 3 2-masters, a 3-master, and the Margaret Todd, the 4-master. So pretty busy here, schooner-wise. And the rest of the boats that are here now are a mix of service barges and fishing boats. So I guess I'm gonna have to stop here earlier in the day, probably on Wednesday. Okay, let's head back up the hill. Okay. I think I'm actually going to turn the air conditioning on. It is hot today. I guess only in Maine will you find somebody turning the air conditioning on in their car when it's 54 degrees out. But to me, that is a scorching day. Okay, looks like I can go after this guy. Alrighty. They've been working on the power lines here in Southwest Harbor all winter. They cut the hillside back a little bit and put in all new main power poles, and I think they're in a process of upgrading some of the older power poles, and I think they intend to widen a road a little bit, but I don't know for sure. So as you can see, it is pretty quiet here today. Okay, I'm gonna make a little side trip. I'll come back and show you the rest of this drive in a minute. Okay, just finished my little side trip, and now we are on Route 102A on the south side of Southwest Harbor, going through the village of Manset. And for anybody who comes here, just in the last few weeks, they've changed all the speed limits here. It starts out at 35, then it goes down to 25 right up here, and then it jumps up and down as you drive through this area. I do not know what the rationale for the changes was, but as I said, they've changed the speed limit, so you're really, if you don't want to run afoul of the Southwest Harbor Police Department, you really have to watch yourself. So we're going to go down, right down by the water here, and have a look at the harbor. And I'll hop out of the truck. Although, when I get out of the truck, my leg is going to be kind of stiff, so I'm not going to be walking around much. But you can see Southwest Harbor ahead, straight across the harbor. The white building with the red roof is part of the Coast Guard station. The brick building to the left of that, which is kind of behind a tree right now, is the rest of the Coast Guard station. And there's Southwest Harbor. As I said, I'll stop at the Manset Town Dock and we'll have a look at the harbor. No, it's a little breezy, but not too bad, so we shouldn't have too much trouble with wind noise. And the truck now thinks it's 58. I don't know what's up with it. I don't think it's that warm out, but it's certainly warm. There is a bit of a breeze, so I'll try and stay out of the wind while we look at the harbor. So I'm going to turn into the Manset Town Dock right here. It looks like all the parking up here is full, so I'm gonna hop out down here in the other parking lot and tuck in behind these docks where I think I'll be out of the wind. And we'll get a good look at the harbor. Well, here we are on the downwind side of the Manset Town Dock floats, looking across the entrance to Southwest Harbor toward the main part of Mount Desert Island. And you can see that on the higher hills there's still a little bit of snow up there. They may have actually gotten a dusting of snow during the last storm, which we did not get. As we look east between Sutton Island to the right and Mount Desert Island on the left, and the closer island right behind this barge is Greening Island. So the harbor's pretty empty right now, but it won't be long, perhaps another month and a half, and it will start filling up for the summer season. It's a beautiful day out here. In the breeze, it's a little bit cool. Oh, there's a dump truck coming back from the Cranberry Islands, I'm sure. And one last view of the harbor here on the 27th of March 2023. Now, just pulling out of the Manset Town dock now, and gonna head back over to Route 102A and go around what I call the scenic route, which is the road from Southwest Harbor out through the seawall section of Acadia National Park over to Bass Harbor. Takes you right along the ocean, particularly if you go out of your way a little bit. And we're getting into a bit of a commercial area here. These buildings that we're just coming to now are the Hinckley Company. Now this is the original Hinckley Yard where most of the Hinckley sailboats were built, maybe all of them. And but now it's mostly a service yard, since Hinckley pretty much only builds powerboats now, and they're all built on the mainland in Trenton, about halfway between here and Ellsworth. And this is just service for winter storage boats. And then we get these homes here. These are pretty much all rental homes, summer rentals. You can rent them by the week or longer. They are not cheap though. And a lot of the houses down here are also summer homes that will not be occupied in the winter. Continue here. We're running parallel to the south side of Southwest Harbor now, about 100 yards from the shore. And as we turn onto Kings Road here, we will head back over to Route 102A. Now along here, as you go this way on the left side of the road, which is the east side, there is an old cemetery with graves dating back to maybe even the late 1700s. Although the description of how to find it is a little vague, and I have never actually found it, although I know people who have been there, so I know it exists. And here we come up to Route 102A, where we're going to make our left turn. Okay, we're out on Route 102A. I had to stop and chat with a friend. And we'll continue out this way. There's some nice views of the water from this road, and the road does go through the seawall section of Acadia National Park. However, I will have to turn the camera off when we go into the park because of the park's new rules since last fall on commercial filming in Acadia National Park. Have to get a permit, which costs $100, and since I might make 75 cents from this video, it kinda doesn't seem worthwhile to me. So we'll just cruise through the Manset part of Southwest Harbor, and in just a little bit we'll go into the seawall area, the village of Seawall. Pretty quiet here. Ooh, New York license plates. Tourists. There are a few people who come up here all year. Not many, but a few. As we head through. Here's Charlotte's Lobster Pound, not open yet. Let's see, are there any? A few turkeys over there. You couldn't see them if I just pointed the camera because of where they are. That particular house, I think they must feed them because there are often large numbers of wild turkeys in their yard and large numbers of deer. And that's pretty much right across the road from Charlotte's Lobster Pound. So if you're in the area, you should look over there. Pretty much every time I've been by that house all winter, there have been wild turkeys and deer in that yard. Okay, here we are coming up to Acadia National Park, so I will be turning the camera off in just a moment. Okay, I just left the national park, so I can turn the camera back on, as we are now in the village of Bass Harbor. And I have to say, I'm not surprised because of the good weather, but there were 7 cars parked at the Wonderland and Ship Harbor trailheads. So people are walking the national park trails already, and the cars pretty much all had out-of-state license plates. Mostly Massachusetts, but they were tourists. So here we go. I'm going to turn up here and drive the last little bit before I get home. Again, because of the prohibition on commercial filming without a permit in the park, I will not be driving down to the Bass Harbor Head Lighthouse. So I hope you enjoyed this little look at Southwest Harbor and the scenic route from Southwest Harbor to Bass Harbor, here on a very warm 50-some degree day on March 27, 2023. Thank you for watching.